Czech Republic, sorry, September, Anaklas, British Germany, Czech Greece, Sub-Saharan, Ireland, as in Lithuania, Kiev, the Netherlands, Brazil, Poland, Upper Portugal, Pastor Romania, Slovenia, Napsa Serbia delegated to Slovenia, Cap Spain, Asa Switzerland, Cap Sweden delegated to Asa Switzerland, EPSA International Turkey, EPSA
Raise your voting right, please.
There are 23 voting members present.
We are chairperson, I resume the standing orders. The presentation to Javier.
Thank you, Silvia. And now we may continue with the next point on the agenda, which is the mobility coordinator candidate. PC received one application from Pim Nikolai van den Doel. So I asked the candidate to come here to present his speech. And you can start.
Mobility Coordinator candidate. Dear GA, connectivity, interculturality, and professionalization are what make EPSA so special and inviting. I, Pim van den Doel, have decided to run for the position of Mobility Coordinator because it is one of the positions that is responsible for those three aspects. And it's responsible to introduce EPSA to the TwinNet, to introduce our members to EPSA, the TwinNet, and incentives like ESN. With this position, I will create opportunities for the thousands of students that we represent. And with my help, I'm sure the future European pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists are more professionally aware of their international possibilities. With my experiences as the president of the International Committee of the KPSV, numerous other committees and boards, I'm sure I can contribute to the EPSA team with my leadership, my social skills, my creativity, and my genuine enthusiasm of EPSA. Furthermore, I'm fully committed myself to my main objective, improving the engagement of the TwinNet coordinators. I hope everything was clear from my application, but if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Pim. Now I open the floor for discussion. I have first CPSA.
Hannah, CPSA Croatia, thank you for your application. I would like to ask a question, a similar one that we asked for the LSs, but how would you handle a possible bad handover between TwinNet coordinators? Because it is possible in a lot of the associations present. Thank you.
Yes, I think I would, of course, ask my predecessors, so the other mobility coordinators, but also my VP for more input. Yeah, and I really want to so do you mean like the TwinNet coordinators or the mobility coordinator, like my own handover?
CPSA?
CPSA Croatia, yeah, I mean the TwinNet coordinators in each local member association of EPSA. Thank you.
PIM MC candidate. Yes, so I will be personally involved in that. I really would want one-on-one conversations with all the TwinNet coordinators, like the current ones, but also the new ones. I really want to be personally involved with everyone. I think that's really important. Just sending emails is not going to cut it in the current situation. So I'm really personally involved, and if some things are not working, I will be extra involved if the handover is bad, or maybe I will try to connect them to other TwinNet coordinators for their apprentices. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Next is Annette.
Théonet France. Have you reached the past mobility coordinators and discussed about the position and the main challenges?
Being as a candidate, yes, I have. Thank you for your question. Yes, I've talked to my previous, the current MC coordinator, mobility coordinator, sorry. And we've talked about it. We've also gone over my application, and she was very happy about it, I can say. And I also had some ideas in mind already. And then we discussed some things, and she had the problems that I thought there would be. Those were the problems she also had, and those were the problems that she thought would be I would have a hard time with if I was to be the MC. So yes, I did reach out to her, and she was very happy with my application, if I can say so. And we had similar ideas of the future of the mobility coordinator.
Thank you. Annette?
François de France. How do you plan to manage your time between your mandate and your other activities?
Okay, thank you for your question. PMMC candidate, sorry, just a minute for me. PMMC candidate, thank you for your question. So actually, this year I've been very busy. I'm doing 2 studies, namely student application. I'm doing loads of committees as well. But next year it will be different. I have my internship for 20 weeks, the whole year, and then I have hopefully have my bachelor's diploma, and I have nothing else. So I'm going from 2 studies and a lot of committees to just my internship and hopefully an absentee member position. So I have a lot of time, especially in the second half year, from February to now. I have nothing planned. So I will have time. Thank you for your question.
Next one on the speaking list, SFP.
Thanks so much, Nita, as a Lithuanian. This position requires a lot of proactiveness, organizational skills, obviously social skills. What from your personal qualities or experiences would qualify you for this position? What do you think?
PMMC candidate, thank you for your question. So my bachelor is actually an honors bachelor, and it's a selected bachelor. It's based on proactiveness and the motivation to come from the students themselves. So actually, during my whole bachelor, I've been used to proactiveness. So I think I do have that, and I really want to use that proactiveness that I learned in school in a real world. So at EPSA maybe, because I really feel like I can really add something to EPSA. And after I've been to Brussels and met all these amazing people, I just really wanted to help and use my skills, because I think the engagement can be better, can be improved, and I really think that my skills that I learned at my high school and my university as well can really help with that, because I'm just used to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, PhD.
Elina Kim, PhD. So in your application, we can see that you haven't directly been involved in EPSA. So how do you think you can manage to smoothly join the team and be a part of such a big association?
PMMC candidate. Thank you for your question. So no, I've never been in an EPSA association yet. However, I've been the president of the international committee of the KMPSV, and I've tried to organize twinets myself. I've also attended an interprofessional twinet, EE twinet, I should say. It was online. So I do have some, I know something about EPSA. And as maybe some of you know, I've been to Brussels for the first time, and I was fell in love with EPSA. And I really like the people here. That's also the reason I'm back now, and I'm already in contact with a lot of you in this room right now. So yeah, I'm just really hoping that I can be part of the family after I've seen how amazing it is. How amazing the EPSA family is. And I think I do have some experience already, but I have to start somewhere. And I think it's an amazing position. Thank you. Great question.
Thank you. Next, Fasper.
Andrei Fasper, Romania. Congratulations team on your application. I'd like to ask you what would you do if Trinity is cancelled between several associations?
Okay.
PMMC candidate, thank you for your question. Yes. First, I want to say I want to match people with their twins, and I want to like reduce the chances of a cancellation like a lot, because I feel like if you match them beforehand, the chance of cancellations are lower. But in case there is a cancellation, I would try to talk to both the parties, see what is the problem, and just use my creative management skills and problem solving to maybe fix it. Yeah. So I would just try to fix it. Maybe that's an easy answer. Yeah, I would try to fix it. And be creative, but I need a case for that. So if you have a case, please shoot a shot.
Okay, so then next CCPSA.
Dominique, XXVI Czech Republic. We would like to know if you have any plans within the professional finance.
PMMC candidate, thank you for your question. Yes, I do. I know that Ines is already like trying to reach out to like in the Medicine Association and the Dental Association. She had some meetings with them, and I just want to continue doing that to maybe try to really connect them to EPSA, and I really hope that we can have good connections with them. So I will try to continue doing that. I would also like to go out to the others, because I think medicine and dentists are quite alike, for instance. Maybe law could be interesting. Maybe, I don't know, philosophy could be interesting. I don't know if they have those European associations, but I think that could be very interesting for us, because of course we should be professional about our own, but if you want to develop as people as well, we should also be in contact with all the other parts of science. Thank you for your question.
Direct from SOP.
Jasmine September. I just wanted to ask, so you want to make twinning with other organizations like dentists and medical associations?
PMMC candidate? Yes, that's called the interprofessional twinets. So we have twinets interprofessional, so within different professions. So you can have them with medicine students. I had them last year with medicine students from Turkey. And I really want to do that and engage in that as well, because maybe we can have more twinets than right now. Just within our association, we have more opportunities, and we can also learn from them, because the world doesn't just exist of pharmacists and pharmaceutical sciences. So we need a lot more of them. Thank you.
I have one point of information.
Giuseppe, Portugal, we would just like to state that that's in the regulations, so it's a regulated thing, the interprofessional trainings.
I have another point of information.
Ms. Lithuania, you said about law students association, I didn't know if it exists. ELSA is European Law Students Association, for your information.
Okay, I may continue with EPSF.
I'm with EPSA, please. Thank you very much for your application. I would like to ask you how do you plan to increase the motivation and engagement of student coordinators in student coordinators meetings and other live activities?
PMMC candidate, thank you for your question. So maybe you could have read in my application, but I really want to have personal contact. I know there are 68 current twinnet coordinators, but I really want to have personal contact with them, especially the ones who are less active right now. I want to have one-on-one conversations and meetings with all of them. That's going to take some time, but I'm willing to do that. And also, if there are new ones, I want to do one-on-one conversations as well. Additionally, I also want to make it easier to find a match with twins. So with twinnet, the thing you want is a partner, a match. I'm not Tinder, but I can be a matchmaker. Just saying. So I'm trying to do that, and I'm pretty good with Excel. So I thought maybe some forms I can use, and I can just easily connect different twinnet coordinators. And I think that would make it easier for them to also find a passion to reorganize it twinnet, because Yeah, because it's like you can see the results earlier because like I can like push you in the right direction. So that's what I mainly want to do, but I think also the personal part, like me being very involved with everyone and checking in on everyone, can also really help. And of course, the regular meetings and social things within the Untitled Coordinator group. Thank you for that question.
9.3. So I have a 9.3 proposed by BPSA and seconded by SFD. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. I have first a Bob.
Annika of Austria would like to know how many questions there are left, as only us, AFAP, have 4 questions left. So, thank you.
Point of information from Sylvia.
Sylvia Chairperson, we have 9 points on the speaking list.
I have a direct from BPSA.
Asking the EPSA UK, just consider if those 4 questions are really going to change your opinion on this.
So I have 3 emotion cards. It's not general, sorry. Any more points on the motion? First had a point. Drop. So then we will proceed with Sylvia. Sylvia?
Sylvia Chairperson, I consider the discussion on the motion.
And we will proceed to voting on the 9.3. Who is going to abstentions? Again, 1 abstention. Who is against? 9.3. 4. Okay, 4 against. And then who is for? Yes, so I have 1 abstention, 4 against, and 84, so the motion was carried. I will let you now have the chance to do 1 last minute of speech to the team. You can start.
Tim, MC candidate, thank you. So after everything that is discussed just now, I hope you have a better view of me. Let's put it this way. I really want this. I really want to be an EPSA. Like, I love internationals, multicultural people. Like my bachelor has been multicultural. I have like friends all over the world. I'm dating a Turkish guy. Like I love so yeah, I really want this. And if you have any doubts, I hope you can maybe discuss it later or anything. Whether just hope you can give me the opportunity to make sure twinets are organized and mobility is good for the students that you represent. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Let me say, when the candidate is making a speech, please make some respect for the candidate. And now we will move on to the next point of the agenda, which is Professional Affairs Coordinator. We received 2 applications for this position. The first is Alexander Muther, proposed by BPHSA Bulgaria. It is not. Sorry. Okay, yes. And second by EPSA UK. Second one is Katerina Kimlevska, technical.
We would like to move our table a little bit, if that's okay with you, because we really can't see everyone. To make new points, it's not visible.
Whenever you're moving a table, please be careful to not change the order of the countries you're in, because that messes up the whole roll call and everything.
It was there yesterday and today it was back here, which is not good.
Just please be careful to not like use it.
Okay, and I will go on with the second application, which is from Candidacy, proposed by APET Portugal, subsequently by EPSA Croatia. I will ask the candidate to come here. Alexander, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So first application was from Alexander. So I will let you now have 1 minute speech for the GA. Alexander, you now have the word.
Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Alexander, and this year I'm applying for the professional affairs coordinator position. As a recruiter's volunteer, I have more than 5 years experience in different organizations, and I have participated in different projects both on national and international level. Not to mention that I have work experience at 4 years, which will make for the better execution of the professional affairs coordinator position, because I got different soft and hard skills. In back in Bulgaria, I am the pharmacy symposium coordinator and part of the professional affairs coordinator, because I keep contact with different professionals, with different pharmaceutical companies, and overall event planning. Currently, I'm one of the coordinators at UNICEF as well, when I organize projects.
I'm sorry, Alexander. I'm sorry.
Right now, we're having.
I'm sorry, Alexander, to stop you. We were having some internet issues. I don't know if it's us or if it's your problem. Maybe we could try to.
I'm hearing you just fine.
Oh, okay, so you may continue now. I don't know, in the middle of the speech. You can continue. Sorry.
Well, I don't know where to stop for it.
Technical from point. Technical.
As I was saying, I have different experience both as a person coordinator.
Sorry to interrupt. Senator Person, sorry to interrupt you. Can you try with technical? We cannot hear you proper. Can you please resume your whole speech? It was not understandable. So sorry for this.
Hi, Alexander, can you hear us?
Then I would like to ask Gabriel, can you please type in the chat to write in the proposals? His speech, sorry. Yes, BDSA.
Okay, is it possible to also just increase the volume a bit for the question? Thanks.
Hello, is everything okay now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
We were just suggesting if you still have problems with internet, could you please write down your speech so we can read it out loud and clear for the General Assembly? However, if we can still hear you well.
Can I resume Should I resume my speech?
Yes.
Try.
Okay, thank you for having me one more time. As I was saying, I have more than 3 years of international experience, of volunteer experience in different organizations, as well as I have participated in different projects, both national and international level, and I have work experience as a marketing promoter, which gave me really nice soft skills and hard skills, which would be beneficial for me as a professional affairs coordinator. Not to mention that I'm a professional, I'm a pharmacy symposium coordinator for the area, one of the biggest conferences that there are, and my job there is similar to professional affairs coordinator at EPSA. I'm here to keep contact with different professionals, different pharmacy professionals, keep contact with different pharmaceutical companies as well, and event plan. What's more, I'm part of UNICEF, one of its coordinators, and currently we are taking different projects, we are executing different projects, and one of them is the mental health project, which really is something like the EPSA project of mental health. And I believe all these experiences, different skills that I have, make for a good professional affairs coordinator in me. So, thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. Now, Katerina. You have the floor.
Okay, Katerina, Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate. Dear General Assembly, I am Katerina Chmielewska. For now, I am EPSA LC. As the first president of EPSA, I did whatever it takes to create connections with major pharmaceutical companies in Ukraine. As a mentee and participant of other professional affairs projects, I understand the difficulties faced by students. At this position, I am eager to increase the visibility of EPSA amongst regular students on national level. I want to develop diversity of mentors, and also I want to involve LCs and students from member states in active participation in our projects and to unite them for common goal. Also, I'm sure that cooperation with PR team and with training coordinator is a key for our projects to make them more visible and popular. And also I want to say that please feel free to share with you my ideas and my vision of them according to this position.
Thank you both. Now I open the floor for discussion to ask questions to the candidates. I have a point from Mrs. Slovenia.
Yeah, Slovenia. My question is, what tasks are you planning to prioritize at the beginning of your mandate if elected?
Alexander, you may go first. Did you hear?
Yes, I did hear. Thank you. First and foremost, I plan to divide my tasks by months and by weeks. By doing so and using the tactical planning, implementing planning, in which I will have plan B for every single task that I use, because we cannot be sure of anything. And what's more, I would like to focus on soft skills. I will work with the training board and do you hear me?
Yes. We continue.
As I was saying, I will prioritize first and foremost on planning, because if I plan, I'll have time to think and be creative. I'll have time to think for basically something in mind, professional affairs ideas which are not yet executed, but in future they might be. Thank you.
I have a technical from SOP.
Jasmine, September, to be honest, I really don't understand. There is poor connection. Can you maybe do something about it? Or maybe you can write his answer in the chat or something? And maybe he can turn his video off.
Okay,
For me, at first, I will establish communication with LCs and to do a survey and meetings to get to know about their opinion, how everything going and their level, and get to know about their opinion about plans, like what they want to see, what they need. And after, I will start to plan it and put it in my strategic plan for next, for this year, together in cooperation with PR team and with training coordinators and plans.
Thank you both. Now I have Abel.
This way, up in Portugal, so it has been a problem that previous position holders have noticed that this position has a huge workload. Do you have any plans regarding these? Have you thought of any way to just improve this matter?
Katarina, professor and first coordinating candidate. Yeah, I think this position have a lot of tasks and goals to do a lot of work, but I think I will focus on mentoring project, and after I will do I will plan and focus on mentoring project, because I think that mentoring project is the most one of the most important projects which can be in EPSA. Why? Because this is a place where EPSA can find a new generation of motivated and active people. So I will focus on it, and of course I will do another project, because for me I think that they are not so difficult to realize.
Thank you. Alexander?
As I mentioned earlier, I would start on Handover week, so I have the team schedule. Then I would not only focus on the mentoring project, because I believe all the projects are important, and with proper planning, I think we can execute them well. What's more, I'd like to investigate further the idea of a subcommittee, the professional affairs committee, because as Jon said, the workload is high, but if we try and establish a subcommittee, we can spread tasks to different members, and then the whole efficiency of the professional affairs, not only the mentoring project, but all projects would be better. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Annette.
François de France, do you have any plans to engage more the students in order? Do you have any plans to engage more the students in online webinars or activities?
So, Alexander?
Yes, I plan to work closely with the PR department and the design coordinator, and to create different designs and different promotional posts, which will be specifically made for our target audience, which is pharmacy students across Europe. And I plan to do these posts, to do this content alongside other coordinators. What more, I plan to work with the LSs. I plan to contact the LSs of each country, and with their help to establish better connection between pharmacy students across Europe, and our projects to be more visible and more popular. What more, I think we can use our social media more and to have more posts about professional affairs projects, because currently I didn't see much posts from this year, to be honest. So I think we can be there in this department as well.
Thank you, Alexander. Thank you. Katarina?
Katarina, professional affairs coordinator candidate. I particularly agree about promotion. I think this is a problem in professional affairs department, and we should promote it more and involve more audience. But we should try to find new ways of promotion, because actually just posts they're not working, or just stories or stuff like this, or just information in our site. We can make also make a meetings. It also cannot work because of distance, because of pandemic. People tired of this to have a lot of meetings. We can have something in format live stream, for example, in our social media, in Instagram. It can be common live streams between two associations, and so it's like we will have audience of EPSA and of this association also. So also we can make, for example, if to we should to share information about professional affairs project, about plan of realizing this project, and we can do highlights in Instagram and save it, and people can just like go on Instagram and check it. It's more easy than finding post or read it in our site.
Thank you. Now I have CPSA.
Hannah, CPSA Rachel. So, according to the EPSA strategic plan, it says here that EPSA shall strive to facilitate the contact between students and professional associations. So, I was wondering what your first step would be to achieving this. Thank you.
Katerina, Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate. Yeah, like we should establish new communication with new organizations and continue do this with other associations, but with other organizations which we do. But also, like we can try to find new ways of cooperation and interaction. We can make like a common projects and like an exchange of information from both association and organization. And also, if talk about professional, we can search more professional association which can be not so big, but it not means that they are not so good. So like we can just search it in these countries where we didn't search it before.
Thank you. Alexander.
My plan for this, as I said, I'm a dosing coordinator, and thus I have connections with different healthcare professionals, different pharmacy professionals, as well as in different pharmaceutical companies. So I plan to engage my connections, I plan to engage my work in the Congress, in the pharmacy symposium, and bring it to EPSA, have EPSA possibly make some connections with them, engage them in our projects, if you will, if they are selected, or if they are a possible match for us. And not only these different connections from different countries, which would make for a better overall experience of pharmacy students across Europe, and we engage different countries this way, different organizations, associations as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I have SFD.
Lithuania. What is your perhaps least favorite task in our portfolio, and how are you going to handle it? Thank you.
Alexander?
Well, probably
Alexander?
I'm
so sorry.
Portfolio.
I'm so sorry. I think it's better for you to start again because there were internet issues. So you may start again with your question. Yeah, sir.
Okay. To be honest, I don't dislike any of my projects in the portfolio professional affairs coordinator, but if something is more demanding that will be mentoring project, it's the most hard of all. And my approach there would be to prioritize it. Excuse me. I didn't hear it well, to be honest. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what is the issue? Sorry. Resume, please, your answer.
As I was saying, I don't find any of the projects in professional affairs coordinator portfolio least favorite, or I don't have an favorite project for them, but the mentoring project is the most demanding of all. And with that being said, I would not prioritize, but start working on it on the first stages of me being the professional affairs coordinator, even on handover week. I will start planning for it, as I said, because to me planning is everything. Planning beforehand is super important. So I plan with tactics and strategies I mentioned earlier. And if mentor has some problem, or for example a mentee has some problem, I would like to have some time to think about it beforehand and just have different plans for different situations. So to me, planning is everything, and that's probably how to handle things. Or if something happens by the time I'm executing a project, I work with the EPSA team, and with my experience overall, I guess
I'm sorry. You were taking so long. It is. I didn't say so. It's my fault. It's 1 minute for every. We are not. Just to let you know, also it is 1 minute for every answer. Okay. But I will take this as an answer. So we will try to connect again, and then I'll pass the floor for you, Catherine. Let's please make silence, please. Let's Catherine.
Katerina, professional first agent. I was thinking about this.
Sorry, technical?
Candidate, yeah.
Sorry, you make it.
Yes. Katerina, professional first coordinator candidate. I was thinking about this. I did a list of tasks for each project which we have, which I want to change. About mentoring project, I talk about this. I want to make to develop diversity of mentors, and I want to increase in communication between mentees, because mentoring project is not only about mentors, and also about chat with professionals. I want to do this like more often, and also to invite new speakers which we didn't have before. Also about career week.
Hello, is everything okay? Did we restore connections?
Yes, Alexander, thank you. I will let you now speak in a bit. You may continue, Catherine.
About career week, I want to also to do this more with cooperation with other partners, and to add more interactions on new platforms in social media and stuff like this. And about, I wanted to say, okay, yeah, but, okay.
Thank you, Katerina. So, Alexander, no, Alexander, do you hear us?
Yes, I do hear you.
I'm so sorry because I didn't tell you before, but for each answer, you may answer them in a minute maximum. And sorry about the internet connection. And now we may continue. Last speaker on my list, I have Gabriela.
Gabriela, Professional Affairs Coordinator. My question to you is, do you have any specific actions you're considering to increase the reach of career page?
Thank you. Katerina?
Katerina, Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate. Yeah, we can increase the list of job opportunities by inviting new association, new organization, and communication with new pharmaceutical companies, because usually people, even in small countries and where we, as I said before, didn't find it, because also students searching for some opportunities in their countries, in not in very big companies, for example, because it's not means that it's the best. So, like, we should to develop this diversity opportunities which students can choose. And we, by inviting new sponsors, new partners, and by new connections, we can increase the amount of job opportunities offers.
Thank you. Alexander?
I would like to work on LinkedIn and how people and our pharmacy students can better present themselves and how can they build their brand on LinkedIn in life and in life as well. And I believe this way they can find better opportunities overall because of their authentic nature and authentic professionalism. What's more, I'd like to, as I said earlier, work closely with bringing the international commerce in Bulgaria, its connections with EPSA, and I want to integrate these connections on European level so that pharmacy students across Europe can benefit from them. And what's more, they could also find different internships because of them. They can gain some of their experience and learn from it and learn by it. And they can become overall better professionals by it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. Can I have Gabriela at another point?
Gabriela, Press Coordinator. Let's just, I would say the same question, but in another word. Do you have any specific action plan to increase the reach of career page which is on the EPSA website? Not talking about job opportunities, what we already have. Just thank you.
Thank you. Alexander?
Alexander, Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate. Yes, I do have a specific idea. First and foremost, I'd like to update the vision of this page. And secondly, I would like to add tips and tricks and some insights on CV writing, on CV presenting. I'd like to add different stories of people, how and what they did for it to be successful. And I'm also planning of doing different blog posts which are connected with CV writing, with LinkedIn appearance, building your personal brand, and topics like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. Katerina?
Katerina, Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate. Of course, we can try to increase the amount, we can increase this amount by promotion in social media, but if it will not working, we can just try to change the platform for this. For example, we can use another social media where we can have a channel, for example, where people can search for these opportunities like directly, like in their countries, in this company and stuff like this. And also it's like because it will be more modern for people who use, for example, Telegram or stuff in other social media. It's like one new way to promote.
I'm going to be proposed by APEF, seconded by SOP. Technical Silvia?
Just so you know that I can also close the floor for discussion, and we can also let Javier ask the General Assembly for show the motion card so that, I mean, there was, last day there was like a suggestion to do so I'm just reminding you that this is also a possibility. And we can continue with the live on.
I will open the floor for discussion on item 3. I will ask technical.
Silvia, Chairperson, I close the floor for discussion.
And then we will proceed to the voting. Who is against the motion? Do we have any abstentions? Who goes for the motion? 23 votes for, motion was carried. So I will ask you, no, it was so, sorry, but you're first. Katerina, you may go.
During the Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate, dear General Assembly, please put your hand up if you ever were not sure about your future professional opportunities. Yes, I feel the same as a lot of regular students. My motivation is pretty clear. I want to overcome the challenges on the way of future promises. I believe my previous experience would help to achieve successful results. I don't want to lose the opportunity to work hand in hand with a team of like-minded people and make a meaningful contribution to the future of European pharmacy. At the end, I want to ask you to support my candidacy, and also I want to say thank you to Jose and Hannah that they are supporting during my application. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, Alexander, you will have your last minute speech.
Alexander, Professional Affairs Coordinator candidate. I'm really sorry for the connection problems. It really bugged me, it really triggered all my negative emotions for this interview and this session as a whole, but my motivation is sincere. I'm really motivated and really ambitious, hard-working pharmacy student. I have more than 5 years of different experiences in different spheres and different areas. I want to be the next professional coordinator because I know what I can bring to EPSA. I know how much of a value and an asset I can be, and I know that I want to bring all experience, all my skills, motivation and ambition for EPSA. And I'm really sorry that today this connection did this and I couldn't present myself at my brightest light to say, but thank you. I really hope you see potential in me and you can see how motivated I am. And thank you so much.
Alexander, just to let you know that now we are going to continue with the points on the agenda, which are the rest of the coordinators, candidates, and then after the appointment from the new executive, we will let you know the outcome of the decision. Thank you for joining, and you can leave the Zoom and follow us on YouTube on the live stream. Thank you. Okay, so now we may continue with the grants coordinator candidacy, which PC has received one application from Manuel Duarte de Almeida, proposed by APEC Portugal and seconded by GPSF. I will ask Manuel to come here. So just to let you know, it will be 1 minute for every time you will speak, okay? Thank you. Now you can say.
Hello. Dear General Assembly, EPSA has a special place in my heart. My first contact with the association was in my first year of faculty, and honestly I didn't know what it was its mission, and why was it so important. Since then I've been to, well, one and now this is the second live event of EPSA, and it was truly two eye-opening experiences. That is why, and knowing how important EPSA is at a European level to all students, that I have decided after the last AC that I attended to apply for the organization group, the working group for the organization of this GA, which I hope you are all enjoying. After that, I also am here applying today for grant coordinator of the next mandate. This year it was kind of a hard year for grant coordinator because the regulations changed with the Erasmus grants that EPSA is so dependent upon, and it is working. I'm not going to lie to you. But if I am to be elected, with my motivation, my procedural knowledge in applying for subsidies at a local level, and also my organization skills, I hope to find other alternatives and innovate in a way that will sustain EPSA financially and allow it to achieve its maximum potential. And thank you. Now I'm available to answer all your questions.
Thank you. And now we will open the floor for discussions and ask questions to the candidate. SFD.
Candidacy, Lithuania. Could you please elaborate on your experience precisely? What gives you procedural knowledge of applying for future grants for EPSA?
All right. Okay. Thank you for your question. Last year I was in the organization group of an event. It's not the same as an association, but we applied for a lot of different subsidies and grants at a local level from our city town hall and etc. So that helped me a little bit to know what the process is behind it.
Thank you. Please state your name and position.
I'm sorry. Manuel Almeida, Coordinator, Candidate.
You will have the chance now because of vote.
Can you elaborate on how you intend to tackle the problems with the change access time? Thank you.
All right. Manuel Almeida, grant coordinator, candidate. Thank you for your question. Well, being grant coordinator is something that you work upon the whole mandate. You are always searching for new opportunities, new prizes, new awards, new grants that may apply to EPSA and its activities. I couldn't give you right now a definite solution for its problems, otherwise it would be already in place. But I hope I can find multiple solutions and hopefully a viable one that will allow EPSA to continue thriving.
Thank you. Chloe?
Chloe PA. EPSA did not receive the grant you applied for, and you have 2 weeks to apply for a new grant. How do you proceed?
Manuel?
Manuel Almeida, grant coordinator, candidate. Thank you for your question, Chloe. So, well, EPSA didn't get the grant, that's not good. But we still have time, and I would probably talk to the team and talk to the people we have to talk, especially the executive. That will always be a huge help in my position. And together we will try to, get to, we will try to fill out all the documents and everything that is necessary to apply for that new grant in time.
Next vote. Sorry, a direct first from Casper.
Andrei Casper, could you please maybe give us a few examples of what new grants you would apply to?
Alright.
Manuel Almeida, grant coordinator, candidate. Thank you for your question, but that's a very hard question to answer because grants are always changing and there are always new ones and disappearing, and also the deadlines that you have to apply for grants are always changing as well. So I don't have specific now names of grants that I will apply. Apart from the Erasmus grant that we'll also try to apply again next year.
Next, vote.
Annika out of Austria. First, thank you for your application. Please forgot to say that before. Do you plan to apply to be an EPSA intern in Brussels this year?
Alright.
Manuel Almeida, grant coordinator, candidate. Thank you for your question. Right now, I don't think I will be in a position to do that because I'm in my 3rd year of faculty, and going away from my faculty would mean I'd have to take a whole year off my studies. That wouldn't be ideal, but maybe in the future that is an option that I would really like.
So now I don't have any more points. I would like to ask the GA if they are okay with this or they would like to continue. Is the motion cards for continuing? No. The motion cards for more questions? I will choose who would like to ask more questions. No one? Okay. Technical from Sylvia.
Let's use the whole next candidate. And then I'll let Manuel have his final speech.
So can I? Yes. Manuel, Alumni Coordinator, candidate. Thank you for your time and your questions, and I will always be here to answer any more questions that you, remember in the meantime. And I really hope that I get to do a good job if I am elected next year, and I will really try my best to help EPSA achieve everything that it can achieve and really accomplish the mission that it has envisioned for the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, Manuel. Now we will move on to the next coordinator position, which is Policy Coordinator Candidacy. PC received one application from Charlotte T. Hall, proposed by Annette Hans and seconded by EPSA Polar. Technical to the first room. Can I let them? Yes. Technical. So we may continue. Charlotte, now you will have 1 minute.
Charlotte, Policy Coordinator, candidate. Dear General Assembly, my name is Charlotte Thibault, and I'm applying as the next Policy Coordinator. Thanks to my several international and associated experiences, I found myself extremely motivated to join the next EPSA team. My main concern for the next mandate would be to continue to write qualitative policy documents, to implement the policy toolkit, and to continue writing qualitative policy newsletters. My main qualities for this position is that I'm really good in communication and time management skills, so this would allow me to have good collaboration within the EPSA team, the whole EPSA members, and my department. Finally, I believe that advocacy is a long-term process, and one needs to be patient and to take into consideration what has been done in the past in order to create our new future. Today, I'm ready to take this commitment and responsibility. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. And now I will open the floor for discussion to ask questions for the candidate. Pastor.
Andrei, first of all, congratulations, Charlotte, on your application. I would like to ask you if you can elaborate a little bit on what plans you have for the policy toolkit.
Policy Coordinator candidate. So, as you maybe all know, that the policy toolkit has already a structure and a base, but I would like to improve it and so to structure it in several parts. So the first part would be more about an introduction of advocacy, then another part about the several documents, and then I would like also to, with that matter of course during the handover, and then during my next mandate to put some annexes about different topics that EPSA is really involved in within the European Union.
Chloe?
Chloe, PA, the alumni and others who are contributing to the policy newsletter are submitting their articles late, and therefore you missed the agreed deadline with the PR department. How do you tackle the situation?
Charlotte, Policy Coordinator candidate. Thank you for your question. So first of all, I would like to prevent this situation by good communication, but then if this interested to put their input into this policy newsletter, and so I would kind of always have someone in my pocket if something goes wrong with one of the person that has to write something in the newsletter. But I think with my organization skills, I would be able to always manage the situation.
Thank you. I don't have any more points. Pastor?
Andrei Faster. So since currently there is no application for the VDR position, if this goes on, what are your plans to tackle this situation?
Charlotte?
Charlotte, Policy Coordinator candidate. So I hope there will be someone, of course, but if the situation still remains the same, I will try to do my best to fulfill my commitment, but maybe I would also be able to take a small part of the mission from the VPEA since my schedule is quite flexible.
I have no more questions or comments. Are you comfortable with moving with the next candidate? Okay, I see general agreement, so I will let you have one last speech for the VPA.
Charlotte, Policy Coordinator candidate. Thank you all for listening to me. I just wanted to let you know that I'm extremely motivated to join EPSA, in particular this position, and I've been interested in this position since January. So yes, and I'm really glad I was there today to present you my ideas, and thank you so much.
So moving on to the next candidacy, it is for the Policy Platform Coordinator. PC has received one application from Bjorn Ruben Tickler, proposed by Candidacy Netherlands, executed by APEC Portugal. Yes. So, Bjorn, you may go.
Dear Jay, dear team, my name is Jorn. I'm a fourth-year student of Biopharmaceutical Sciences from Leiden University, and I'm also currently EPSA's Advocacy Platform Coordinator, which is a new position that has been established this year. Carrying the voice of the European pharmaceutical students is one of the most important missions that EPSA has. A strong advocacy presence will help to represent their interests. Since advocacy is an act that is conducted together, it is in the best interests of students that they get engaged as well. The advocacy platform is a place to discuss all EPSA advocacy plans and topics and share member advocacy and ideas. I plan to hold regular APR meetings and involve representatives more in this process. With the introduction of the advocacy action groups, we have tried to provide an accessible way to learn and get more engaged into advocacy. When shaping the position, this mandate, I've strived to provide a strong basis for future advocacy platform representatives, and I aim to continue this work by evaluating, investigating, and improving the work of this mandate and provide a good basis. So, with my previous experience in student organizations, as well as the position I'm holding at this moment, my eagerness to learn, my social skills and ability to think creatively, I think I'm very much looking forward to doing another year as your advocacy platform coordinator, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you, George. I now open the floor for discussion and ask questions to the candidate. A vote question.
Annika out of Austria, do you have plans on how to announce the advocacy meetings more in advance?
Your advocacy platform coordinator, candidate. Yes, you're quite right. It's in the best interest of both the APRs themselves as well as the entire structure of the advocacy platform that the meetings are announced more in advance, and therefore I plan to schedule the meeting every Sunday, two weeks before the actual meeting is happening during the next week. Does that make sense for you? And send out the doodle the week before, so everyone has 1 week to fill out a doodle, which seems enough to me, and then have 2 weeks for scheduling and getting ready for the meeting.
Next, I have CPSA.
I'm a CPSA Croatia, so since this position was established last year, I want to know if you've seen any changes that need to be made immediately, or any improvements that could be made to the position. Thank you.
Your Foxy Platform Coordinator candidate, thank you for your question. I do see changes that need to be made. Like I said, this is a new position, you've been working on a lot of new things, you're trying out a lot of new things, and therefore things like guidance, clear guidelines, clear guidance, and clear structure we're missing sometimes, and therefore I plan to get everything more structured, working more smoothly, and have a more clear source of information for the general platform.
Next on the speaking list, Asad.
Switzerland. So my question to you is, you already mentioned it is a new position, and we wanted to ask you how you would ensure that this position will last after the time that you have been in this position. Are you planning on doing any specific handover documents so that it is sure that this position works?
You're the Foxy Platform Coordinator. Thanks for the question. I think it's very important to think about how this position will add to EPSA and add to the European Affairs Department. And so, first of all, I am planning on writing guidelines and making a clear handover structure. But foremost, I think it's important to think about the fact that advocacy in general is getting increasingly more important, and that when there's a specific coordinator focusing on advocacy platform, and getting members more engaged is a very good thing in getting students more acquainted with the general topic of advocacy.
Next, I have Chloe.
Chloe, the PDA. You discussed within the team the launch of the advocacy action groups with other team members who don't have time to assist you with managing the action groups. What are your next steps?
You're the Foxy Platform Coordinator. Thanks, Chloe, for the question. Like you said, the advocacy action groups have been newly instated this year, and this year we've had 3 action groups: one on the mental health documentary, one on the public health campaign, and one on policy. But these were, although very relevant topics for advocacy, they are not the only topics that other team members can get involved in with advocacy. So if those particular team members responsible for public health and policy are not available, I would look at other team members that might do have some time to collaborate, and if that's not the fact, we can always investigate other options.
Thank you. Do we have any more points to be raised? I will ask the GA if they would like to continue, if they are comfortable with this. Okay, so general agreement. So we may continue, and George, you will have the last minute speech.
You're the Foxy Platform Coordinator candidate. First of all, I would like to thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to present my application here again. But for the rest, I would like to take this minute of time to thank everyone that I've been working with this year, especially my precious EA department. My VP, Chloe, was teaching me so much during this year, and also the rest of the team, the rest of the APRs that I've been working with and that have been engaging, and yeah, you guys are the best.
Thank you, George. Next, we will move to the next point on the agenda, which is nominating member candidacy, but PC has received no applications, so we may continue in the next point.
Silvia with the technical?
Sylvia Chairperson. So we have reached the end of the elections for the coordinators, which that will mean that now the executive might need some time to have the appointment of the list of the coordinators that would like to be in the EPSA team, the upcoming EPSA team. My question to the EPSA exec-elect, how much time would you need? 1 hour. So my suggestion for the General Assembly will be that we will take